Shalom. Today we'll be looking at the closing chapters in the book of Genesis, chapter 47, starting at verse 27. It says, Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years, so the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. That is a golden age. Jacob would have gotten a chance to enjoy a little life in his old days, considering that he had a very rough early life and midlife with conflicts with his twin brother Esau and his father-in-law Laban. And so at this time in his life, he was able to enjoy time with family, grandchildren, study Torah only, and he got the hint that it was time for him to go. He said to his son, because he had many children, he was blessed with children, but of course he knew who he could trust the most to carry out his last dying wishes. Do not bury me in Egypt. Take me to the land of my fathers. In chapter 48, we see where Joseph was told that his father Jacob was ill, and he brought his two sons with him to go look for their grandfather, Ephraim and Manasseh. Jacob used the opportunity to share with his son Joseph the promise that the Most High made, that he would make him fruitful and multiply. And that's the first command that was given to man in Torah, for us to be fruitful and multiply. Not just fruitful and multiply, but he would make their seed exceedingly great and an everlasting possession. And Joseph introduced his two children to the grandfather. These are the sons that the Most High gave me. So he did not claim the credit to himself, but the children that we have are blessings from the Most High. Jacob used the opportunity to bless Joseph and said, look, the Most High before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the Most High which fed me all my life long unto this day. So all that he received, he didn't credit it to himself, but confirmed that it's the Most High blessed him with those. He used the opportunity to bless his grandchildren. Verse 20 says, and he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel bless, saying, the Most High make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he said Ephraim before Manasseh. The older one usually was supposed to get the bigger blessing, but in this instance, it's the younger one that got it. Jacob called unto his sons, gathered them, and he told them what would befall them in the last days, meaning in the days that they were alive, not necessarily only on a prophetic, futuristic manner, but while they lived, he knew their characteristics and he knew how they would turn out, just like any parent. He said, Reuben, you're my firstborn, you're my mite. He recognized Simeon and Levi as the passionate ones. Now, in whatever they did, whether bad or positive or negative, they were demonstrated passion. He saw Judah as the strong ruler, like a lion, a leader in the jungle. He saw Zebulun, maybe always wanting to go by the rivers or by the seashore. Issachar demonstrated himself as a strong one. Dan was to be a judge among his people. Gad was like a strong attacker, like a soldier, so he'll be a soldier. Asher would be royalty. Naphtali would be a quick one. Joseph was handsome, so he'd get lots of girls and be fruitful. So Jacob blessed all his sons. He didn't leave out any, and that's an example for parents to follow. Everyone, the best should be shared among all the children. And after that, these are all the children of Israel, and they were all blessed according to the blessings that the Most High had bestowed upon them. In chapter 50, after Jacob died, we see where Joseph was honorable. He went to his employers and said, look, I need some compassionate leave. Let me go, and I pray thee, and let me bury my father. So he maintained the commitment. But thereafter, as with all families, when after the funeral, the old issues came up, and the sons thought that Joseph would take revenge on them. And Joseph was not of that kind of heart. He said to them, fear not, am I the Most High? The Most High is the avenger. But as for you, You don't need to fear. I will nourish you and your little ones. Be comforted. And he speak kindly to them. So Joseph gave them words of reassurance, pleasant words. Verse 24, and Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and Most High surely will visit you and bring you out of this land, on the land which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. We learn a lot from the story. All the blessings that we have is Most High grants it to us. We are to honor our word just as Joseph honored his word. We are to spend time with family. We are to bless our children. And no matter what we find in our situation,